Critical, effective advice to the game. Back with the starting lineups. An opening lineup with Cam Spencer, Cedric Coward back in the lineup. Toss it.
Size advantage for the Grizzlies. On the other end, you have the quickness advantage for the Thunder. Whose style will win out here tonight?
Williams comes topside to Dort, 7 to shoot. A.J. Mitchell with a drive and a fadeaway that falls. A.J. Mitchell, his second season out of UC Santa, coming off an overtime win against Utah. The Grizzlies coming off a blowout loss here at home to Phoenix.
The thing is, the Thunder continue to find a nice move here by Spencer.
Sets up Jaren in the corner. His three is down. Grizzlies the 3-2 lead. And Cam Spencer brings up the dime. Lob it at home. Jalen Wells, new hairstyle. Looked like a lot of guys ended up in the barbershop yesterday.
Hold on, B. We walked out on the floor. I said, we signed another 10-day guy? I didn't even know.
Nope, that's Jalen Wells, and that's a miss.
And I just had
Dort out of the corner. And his three is through.
I don't want to hear, Peter, Lou Dort in this game because too many times you see the body there and the block. Too many times we talk about Lou Dort not shooting well, and then against the Grizzlies, knocking down 3 after 3.
Okay, I won't say it. He was 2 for his last 8, and then Carlson rings the bell from downtown.
More guys involved with touching the ball with SGA not playing.
Thunder team, they are the best defensive team in terms of defensive rating. Wells for 3.
So everybody, we get multiple categories. It's the one team that when you're going down on the offensive and defensive side is Dort misses that 3 there. Seconds.
Yes.
For this Oklahoma City Thunder team, the reason why they are as good as they are.
They lead the league in scoring margin. Here's Coward. Landale, offensive rebound. Coward off glass. Wow. Pulled up on the floor, but no air in the whistle. Dort, offensive rebound. And Spencer digs slow to get up. Coward on the attack and score it and 1. Wiggins was trying to take the charge. Scored for Cedric 13 minutes when he sprained the ankle.
He was looking like the same way he's coming off that hot Philadelphia 76er game. Looking.
As for the Thunder, to your point, they're second in the league in scoring and first in defense, and that's in terms of points scored and allowed. Wells against Dort. Pretty move to get around him and use the basket.
Of the steps allowed him to free himself for that lay-in.
Jalen Williams down the lane. Good defense. Cam Spencer back to second in the league in three-point shooting after a 4 of 6 night against Phoenix.
For Dort, but the dribble threw Dort off the rhythm.
Dort in rhythm. And that will go out of bounds.
Energy late in the season.
Spencer. Play as long as they stay consistent, so be it. Jalen Williams draws a foul and will earn a trip to the free throw line. Fouls on Jalen Wells. Williams missed the first 19 games with a wrist injury and included in the 4. That was the game that the Thunder won 119-103 on December the 22nd.
He's only averaging 17, 18 points at this point. He'll be a 20, 21 point scorer at that point.
Spencer around the Landale screen. Jock will try for 3. It's through for Jock Landale. Jock went 0 of 4 from 3, but he triples the Grizzlies into a 1-point lead.
So listen, Jock said, I'm going to go get the faux hawk, and I'm going to come back and get my jumper to go down. It's A.J. Mitchell again on the interior, then the knockaway there. So this time they're very good position defense. They have really good defenders to help in that action.
Wells continuing to struggle. Loose ball, Landale, and he got fouled. Isaiah Joe just checked in. Pride of Melbourne United, where they averaged 16.5 points in the NBA of the Grizzlies tonight. But Spencer's been the starter at the point as of late and tonight.
It was nice to have Vince back. We saw in the last game that he did play the threes, the assists, and a shot here inside with Carlson able to finish. A breeze, we saw the defense, how he can affect the game in multiple ways.
Vince will try a three and knock it in.
Right on cue.
You are so dialed into this team.
And it does to run away with it earlier. It don't have the offensive drought.
A.J. Mitchell short, but that rebound tapped. Vince Williams Jr. has it for the Grizzlies. Aldama down the lane. A drop off and a finish for Landale. That was tight quarters for that drop.
Right pass to throw in tight quarters, the bounce pass.
Carlson, that three off the back iron. Good box out by Aldama. Caldwell Pope off the curl. Side pick and roll with Vince. There's the roll, there's the finish. Beautiful pass there by the back.
The Grizzlies here early take care of the basketball, especially against this defense. Doing a good job of making nice passes that can be caught with their teammate. Nice D.
KCP with the knockaway. There Joe comes to front court. On the spin away, lost his footing. Only called the foul.
That timeout, Coach Isolo telling the team he really loves what he's seeing offensively. He loves the pace of the offense right now, and he said terrific. Grizzlies 6 assists on 7 made baskets so far and protecting the ball. Just a lot more life coming out of the locker room tonight than what we saw Wednesday night against Phoenix. No turnovers yet for the Grizzlies.
Vince with a drive, a wraparound. Koloko able to save the possession. KCP's three is up. Koloko offensive rebound. Aldama with a ball fake. Caldwell Pope has a driving angle, off glass and in for Kentavious Caldwell for Oklahoma City, and the Grizzlies have opened up an 8-point lead. Caruso. Foul on Koloko.
Layup.
Because right now, this Thunder team is relatively small. Is in for the first time tonight. Caruso has been bothered by a bad back when he drops in the free throws. As you look at Jacobson dealing with heel bursitis. Go through the injury report, you get a lot of medical knowledge out of it
This entire season.
Aldama finds Koloko but had it stripped. First Grizzlies turnover of the game. Kenrich Williams. Kenrich Williams had 11. And the home win for the Thunder. Caldwell Pope behind the Koloko screen. 10 to shoot for Vince. Step back three.
This Thunder team, any screens, they do a lot of switching, which makes it hard for you to turn the corner to play downhill to create advantages.
Bad pass. Caldwell Pope on the pickup. Jalen back in the game. Koloko against Caruso. Tight up along the sideline, and first quarter point differential +5. Well, the Grizzlies are +10 going into the second quarter. Spencer sets up Jaren. His three is through. Lead to 13.
Nice to see him with the stroke from the perimeter. The thing is, they're starting to close out, and then he can use his size on the interior.
Jalen Williams. Dort back in the game. That three-pointer is off. Jackson, Landale, Coward, Spencer, and Gigi Jackson. Jaren on the back down against Dort. Through a double team, hooks, hits, and draws the foul.
That's the way that Jaren started off against the Phoenix Suns in the first quarter, where he's able to have 10 or 11 in that first quarter. We play against these teams that have extensive injury reports. I've never felt bad.
No, these are two of the top, I think, 3 teams in terms of games lost to injury. Carlson bricks up a 3, and Lou Dort gets the rebound. Jang, the 3.
On our clinical effective advice of the extra effort plays. They can't allow the Thunder to do that. It's the one way that the Thunder will be able to walk out with a victory with this lineup.
And an illegal screen. Fouls on Coward.
In the game, but it was great competitive edge shown by the Grizzlies to be able to pull that game out. They're going to have to show great competitiveness here again tonight.
Isaiah Joe missing from the foul line. Coward. Extra pass. Skate. Pump fake. Gigi will try for 3. Bango. Gigi Jackson.
Dense for this Grizzlies team when he's on the floor. Good D here.
Jalen Williams a miss. Rebound falls to Spencer. Gigi going downhill against Williams to the cup, banged it in. Pretty play by Gigi Jackson, going right at Jalen Williams for two.
How about this? Even against double teams, and Jaren on the interior still can have an advantage when the double comes.
Wiggins with the drive, slams on the brakes. And a rebound collected. Thunder getting decent looks, but man, shooting just 34.5%. Landale's three is long. Jang for Oklahoma City. Williams stymied. The three by Wiggins is well off.
The thing is, they missed a lot of open shots, and their shooters have missed some of the open shots. The Grizzlies don't want to give those guys too many good looks.
You can tell from the body language of Tomas Isilo how many open looks Oklahoma City gets. Jaren draws a foul from Wiggins before the
Shooting, the way that he creates shots, but the assist, nice pass here inside.
and Jaren the finish over Dort.
Nice high low there with Landale. Fine. He can do a little bit of everything.
Williams and a foul. This will be on Landale. Well, and how about this?
Assists per game in the last 3 games for Cam. Head coach Tomas Isilo talking about Cam's maybe scoring being down here a little bit recently. He said it's a normal process and a skill set for that. He has tremendous weapons with his three-point shot. He's improved his passing out of those situations, but there are several technical and individual. The problem is, or not the problem, the cure for that is, I don't need to talk about Cam's work ethic. He'll certainly put the work in.
Without a doubt. It's one of the things that we found out a couple of seasons ago as KCP goes to work, shot clock down to 5. Gigi, step back, double clutch three, off. Helped uncover a little bit of what Cam Spencer can be. If everybody's healthy, maybe he's not this heavily invested in the rotation, certainly not starting games.
You think about for him, for Cedric Howard, what this has been able to do. Yes, the injuries have been there. Dort with the pull-up jump shot goes down. The injuries have been there, and you would love to see a Ty Jerome, Clark, Zach Edey. We can go down the names of guys that aren't playing. John Morant for this Grizzlies team. But the others that have played, we've found some diamonds in the rough.
Gigi, his three is off.
And hustle like Kenny there.
Now Jaren for three, in and out. Landale working the offensive glass and rebound. Grizzlies already have 9 second chance points.
Can add more to it right here.
Santi drives on Dort. Oh, to a back-cutting Gigi for two. Oh, wow.
Beautiful pass, but nice job of Gigi to not hang out in the corner. Immediate backdoor cut. And good defense on the steal here.
Gigi with the pickup. Vince Williams wants to back down against Jang. Grizzlies have to recycle the offense here. 10 to shoot. Landale, the screen. A flare out and a three by Jackson. Vince Williams Jr. hustling the offensive rebound. Landale working the offensive glass. Well, you talked about the variance in styles of the Grizzlies being the big. Caruso back in along with Kendrick Williams and A.J. Mitchell. Vince, 4 to shoot, shuffle the feet.
So the guy that you want to continue to worry about is A.J. Mitchell here. Wiggins misses that three there, but Kendrick Williams with the offensive rebound.
Wiggins on a blow by. Utah. Vince Williams Jr. three is through.
Confidence that Vince has played with has been high and needed.
A.J. Mitchell driving, hanging, and
Offensive
foul. The offensive foul. The third Oak City turnover. And now he has been a superb veteran for this Grizzlies team.
He's been fantastic. His role switch to coming off the bench. But in coming off the bench, it gave them a solid player to rely on as Jalen Wells gets caught in the air.
Caruso blocked by Koloko. And it hit Caruso's head when he was out of bounds.
Second 10 day. And without him, the Grizzlies would have been in a world of hurt in terms of size on the floor.
Aldama, bad cross-court pass. Stolen by Wiggins. And Wiggins, the hoop and the harm. And Aldama very frustrated with himself because the Grizzlies in short order have racked up 4 turnovers. This is a Thunder team. Now, they don't have Kaysen Wallace, who's great at stealing the basketball, or SGA. They lead the league in forced turnovers. They also lead the league in turnover margin. They commit 5 fewer than they force.
It can be a little disruptive with this lineup because every time there's a screen, it's just an immediate switch that's not allowing the Grizzlies any advantage.
Wells. Dort. Wiggins on the attack. Koloko got a piece of the initial shot attempt. Shot clock down to 7 for Dort. He misses the 3, and Wells runs down the rebound. Careless pass. Kenrich Williams in for 2. And the Grizzlies will take a timeout. Grizzlies 5 turnovers